All right, guys, what is going on? Back again, Professor Illwill X Tyler's Wellness Podcast. We've got another episode for you guys, and today we're going to talk about the winter arc.
Mm,
It's now officially winter,
yes.
grind season. It's cold outside. It's rainy. It's gloomy here in Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do? Are you going to give up hope? Are you going to sleep in bed all day and get fat, or are you going to continue to take continuous action for the betterment of self? So that's what we're going to talk about today.
I like that. I like how we put that. I think starting my day off with a nice warm matcha and then tackling whatever life has to throw at you in your quarter zip is the best way to tackle your winter arc.
Hey,
From the YN
I
to
feel
quarter
it.
zip season. Now,
I don't have a quarter zip, but I can quarter zip my jacket here.
there we go.
And now I'm a quarter zip. I don't have any quarter zips, actually.
No, hey, I have
I
maybe
had a quarter zip.
one.
Somebody stole it or something, dude. It was a nice one from
Dang,
like one of
yeah.
those bougie downtown Grand Rapids, men's fashion designer places. I bought it a while ago. It was quality. And
Yeah.
I would wear it around this time, like holidays and stuff. Show up to a Christmas party.
Oh, see, there's nothing like it.
I
There's
think I had
nothing
one of
else
those
like it.
little hats too. You
Oh,
know, like a top hat, like ones like Mike wears, kind of thing.
yes, yeah, yeah, classy.
Yeah,
Very, very stylish.
yeah. But
To the
no
winter,
quarter zip. But we got the matcha latte, and
we do.
there's nothing like a good beverage, good caffeinated beverage to keep you energized and warm during the cold seasons of the year. Matcha's nice.
Yeah, yeah,
That's why I enjoy matcha here, because it's like coffee. You can get coffee from anywhere. I can go to gas station and get coffee. I can't really get matcha from anywhere though.
right. That
That's why I
that's
come to
true.
Eden Cafe for my matcha needs.
I appreciate, we're filling the cup and then we're getting to fill our audience's psychological cup with some logic and with some good knowledge right here. So let's start off with this winter arc. How's your winter arc going first off? Like,
It sucks. And it does
yeah.
every single time. I told myself this would be my last winter here, like last winter.
Uh,
But it's not. So I have to embrace it. I can't be like, "Oh, it sucks," and complain about it, because that's not gonna make anything better.
mm,
Complaining and moaning and groaning about it. You just gotta deal with it. This is what I signed up for. I guess I didn't really sign up for it, but I'm here now, so I have to deal with it.
mm.
So, um, but yeah, man, we're getting in tune. I feel like the body is starting to adjust to the super cold temperatures. Stay warm. I got a nice warm hat. It's important to have supplies and things like that to keep you warm.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but when I get into the groove of things, I can actually kind of learn to enjoy this season. It is cold, but it's also kind of like a hardening season. I think of this as it's cold outside and I'm cleaning off my car. People in Florida or warm temperatures, they can't really tolerate this. They can't really deal with this. So it kind of sets my mindset up that I am a person who's able to endure hard things,
Mhm.
difficult things, cold temperatures, the extremes, handle that stress, and be able to survive and thrive. So that's what I kind of embrace in it, and I can find uh, a bit of comfort in the uncomfort.
I like that. That's a good way to look at things too. And just like, again, how you're saying the people who are not acclimated to this type of weather, and we are. I feel you on that, saying that this is like the last winter. But as Napoleon Hill would say, it just means that the plans that we had made or the goals you had set before, we just have to expand that timeline. So now we just expand the timeline. The goal is still achievable. We just keep making now new sound plans towards that goal. And I think we have a lot more sound plans that'll help you achieve now this next year. Maybe Bali or something else by the time the winter comes through.
Yeah. And I still might be able to get out and get a vacation. I think that's what I initially wanted. Like, I want to leave and go somewhere warm when it's cold, just to escape for a little bit, because I
Mm.
didn't get a chance to do that. I haven't gotten a chance to do that in a while.
Oh
Travel.
yeah.
So it's still an option. Um, but yeah, I enjoy this time of year. It's cold, it's gloomy, you're in your house. There's not a lot of activities socially going on unless you're meeting somewhere indoors. You can't really get outdoors and party and go to the beach and do all this type of fun stuff. So it's kind of a place where you can find a bit of reflection, a bit of silence, um, and find some clarity. This is often a time where I'll come back, reflect on my goals, reflect on my intentions, start creating plans to how I can get there. Um, Especially with the new year coming 2026. Right now is a great time to lock in, and it's important to lock in early instead of waiting until January to start, your New Year's resolutions. You can get your plans nice and concise and clear right now, and then come January, you're going to be 2, 3 months ahead of the curve of where you would have been. So
Mm.
I say start now on those goals.
I agree with the starting early. It's like it reminds me of like our class like hit the road, right? It's a 45-minute cycling class, but some people they show up early and they start just cycling. They just get some extra credit in, I call it. They start, maybe it's a couple extra miles in, maybe it's just like 5, 10 minutes. But in those 5, 10 minutes, they're getting warmer. They're adding some more miles to their overall distance, and they're not going to cut that 45 minutes short either. So knowing that you're kickstarting this winter arc early, allowing yourself to get that extra credit in now, then once January 1st comes in and everyone else is then starting the races, and then it's like all the horses are lined up and then they go, right? So you're already up here. You're already way ahead. So now they got to catch up. And obviously, this isn't a competition against other people, but it's just to show like if you kickstart your goal now, you're that much further ahead than where you would have been had you started January 1st.
True. Yeah, so it's very important to get a head start. You can take this opportunity to get a head start while everybody's relaxing, eating pies, enjoying the holidays, getting out of shape.
Yeah.
You can lock in, you can be ahead. So come, January, July 2026, you've got the body that you want, you've got the mindset that you want, you've got the money, whatever goal that is that you're working towards. You started working towards it sooner, so now you've achieved it. And you can enjoy the beach and having all those fun excursions outside when weather's nice. So,
hmm And also, let's think about this too. Especially if you're new to the gym or new to whatever the goal is. In the beginning, there's the learning period. So if you start now, you get to do all the learning. And then so once everyone else is starting and they're starting their learning, you get to start the doing. So now you're really in there. So if you're right now in this period, maybe learning the machines, learning the flow of the gym, learning how things work, learning workouts and stuff, learning how to structure a proper workout or a meal plan, learning how to build your business, making proposals, emailing people, reaching out, etc. All of the things. So now because you're in that learning phase, come that January 1st, you know what to do, you've practiced, you got that work in. Everyone else now is stumbling around figuring it out, but you're the expert. You're the expert on day one for everyone else. Dang, that's crazy.
right.
So,
Yeah, and then I enjoy this time of year too because, like I said, it's kind of a reserve season. Everything's kind of quiet. Everything slows down. It's a good time to lock in on your vision and kind of sit down for an hour or two and just kind of reflect on your life of where you're currently at and where you would like to go. Get that blueprint built, and then from there you can start working at those things proactively daily to get you where you want to be. um, Getting in the right mindset to create that legacy and that vision that you want for yourself for the upcoming year, for the upcoming years. And being the quiet season gives you a little bit more time to reflect and to delve into those plans that you can make for yourself and building that legacy.
I definitely agree, especially like you said, the taking that time by yourself so you can actually know what that vision looks like. A lot of the times you'll ask people, what are they working on, or you know, what is it that they want out of going to the gym or starting this meal plan or this diet or whatever it is. And if you don't set a goal, you're going to end up somewhere at the end of this period. And wherever that is it the place that you wanted to be? You don't know because you didn't set the sail. You didn't set the destination. So we set goals so we know where it is that we're going. And then we can check those goals with checkpoints along the way. So if that goal is, let's say you want to by summer have your six pack abs, or by summer, maybe there's a wedding you want to go to and look good in your suit or dress or whatever. So now that is the goal with a deadline. Throughout that goal and deadline, now we have checkpoints. Did we lose, like, is it a 10 pounds of fat? Is it muscle definition? Is it now you fit into the pants, or now you fit into the jacket, like the aspects of your whole suit that you're going to wear in the future? Those checkpoints along the way almost guarantees the success. So we do need the goals. We need to know what exactly it looks like at the end. So then along the way, we know we're actually moving towards it. And
Yeah,
that's it.
right. Um, and yeah, that's something to think about too, is like, deadlines, reflecting on the past year of 2025 and looking at the goals you had set out for yourself last year and say to yourself, honestly, did you achieve these goals?
Mm,
For me personally, no, I did not achieve some of the goals. We were able to maintain, but I was not able to grow as much as what I thought I would. And, honestly, in reflection, maybe it was my fault, you know, whether due to the circumstances, maybe I was busy, maybe because I was lazy, whatever it was, I'm responsible for that.
mm.
So looking back at that, I can take responsibility and get fired up for it now and say, hey, you know what? There was a lot of things that I didn't do this year. I still have time to work on those things and complete them, and then to get into the mindset of continuously working on that project, continuously working on that thing, so that next year I'll be able to say that I've achieved it.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, I'm sure there's things that other people didn't do, audience members didn't do that they wanted to achieve. You can look back at that and say, hey, you know what? Um, I'm fired up. I'll be damned if I don't complete this thing eventually. I want to get it started as soon as possible. I should have done it in 2025. I'm going to start doing it right now.
Absolutely. On that same note, are you sure you want to take personal accountability and not just blame everyone else for not reaching your goals? Like, there's so much that happened in the world. Like, you could just blame everything that happened with the government. You could blame all these things around you. We
I
could be a
could.
victim.
I could. And that would just make me roll with the Joneses. The rest of people who are not achieving their goals and complaining about it and how the world sucks and oh, it's so hard to do anything. I don't have time to do anything. I could say that. And then I cop out and then I blame the responsibility on no one else and everyone else but myself. But that doesn't give me any personal power,
Mm,
and it's not going to help me achieve the things that I want to achieve. So I'm
mm.
not going to do that.
Yeah,
There
that's a
are
good
people who are
way.
going to do that and they're not going to achieve what they want to achieve.
That's exactly it. That's the internal mindset. Not accepting the things around you as the finite reason why you are where you are. We take that personal accountability. I was listening to Brian Tracy, and he was talking about how the moment you take that personal accountability for everything, even if you came out to your car and your car was hit, and you weren't in the car, you were in the mall or whatever shopping, and you came out and now your car's hit, right? You just take personal responsibility for it. Like, I chose to park in
You
this
parked
position.
there
Yep, exactly.
for whatever reason
Yep.
because it was a nice spot. It was early. You wanted to get in the mall quickly. So you
Hmm.
picked this spot. Now your car smacked.
Yep.
You chose that.
Yep. So now I have to also choose how I'm going to respond in the situation. I see my car is smacked. It doesn't do me any good to lose my cool, get all livid and mad, and like swear and blame everyone or hit my car, right? It's already smacked. So cause more damage? No, just take care of the situation and then go from there. So it's like, and then from that, it was a moment in a situation that tested you, and it's not fun. No, not fun. But now you've grown and you've now built a habit of someone who doesn't overreact or reacts in this way instead of a different way in
Right.
that situation. Builds you up. So it's definitely it's super important to just take that time knowing exactly what it is that you want, but then that person that you become over the journey of all these small tests along the way.
Yeah. You know, I like to think of it like in that same circumstance that you're placed in, uh, and you might be angry. I would be angry if my car was smacked. I would want to crash out and hit the car and hit the person who crashed into my car, and I might. But I'd probably still be angry afterwards, even if I did. Whatever. Say I don't. I can take that anger and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to work so hard that I'm going to have a new car in 3 months
Yes.
and use that anger from that devastating situation and use that to propel myself past the point of exhaustion and mental fatigue in order to create a better circumstance
Mm.
instead of maybe taking my frustrations out on the world and all the other people around me. I can take that frustration out on these new goals that I have and kind of transmuting that energy into a positive force instead of self-destructive
I
force.
like that. With that, and just adding on to that, because I entirely agree. So we take that new, like we come out to our vehicle, it's smacked. You take this energy and this drive, and we now become the alchemist and transmute that energy into drive and desire for a new burning outcome, like a burning desire of this new car, right? So this is now what I want. Knowing this burning desire of what I want now is the new goal. We have to then set smart goals to achieve it. I know you said a new car in 3 months. So now, what does that look like? In this 3 months' time, I have to save or make X per week or per day or per paycheck or whatever to be able to get that. And then so once you have that burning desire, you now have the plan. Now it's nothing more to just start doing it, right? And then so in this winter arc area, you're gonna be like so tempted to stay in your bed and not want to get up, and it's like cold outside. You see your car is covered in snow, and you're like, "Yo, I have this goal to get this new car. I'm gonna go out there and do what I got to do to get that car because that's the burning desire, and that then becomes your drive to get you out of bed. But only if you keep that goal as that burning desire as the forefront of your mind. You can't allow that fire to be put out with time, and then that way, when you're in bed in the morning and you're not thinking about that goal, and then you click the snooze and you're waiting around and you miss the opportunities, then later in the day, you're like, oh, I missed all those opportunities to work on the school because you weren't thinking about it in the morning. You were thinking about it later.
True.
So just reminding yourself and keeping that burning desire as your reason to get out of bed is going to be the biggest thing that you got for your winter.
You know, it makes me think about Bruce Lee's got this quote. It goes by, he says, to hell with circumstance. I create my own opportunities.
Mm,
So just like that circumstance with the car, it's a circumstance that you're placed in, or maybe in this winter, circumstance that I'm placed in. But even within this circumstance, I'm going to create my own opportunities. Bruce Lee had a challenging time getting into acting. That was his dream. It was become a martial arts actor and to get on the big screen in Hollywood. So he had a lot of good stuff going for him. He had some TV shows that he was running some pilots on, and he was getting acting gigs, but they didn't want to give him a lead role as the main character in a primetime Hollywood film. They
mm,
said, you know, Asian martial arts, you know, it's kind of culture. We're used to seeing white men on TV, white people on TV. We don't really want to showcase an Asian martial artist uh, being on the big screen. You know, it was like they were kind of holding him back from his potential, maybe because of racial injustice or whatever it was. And he saw that and he was like, you know what? They're right. I am Asian, but they're not going to stop me from making these primetime movies that I
mm,
want to do. So what he did was he packed up his stuff. He flew back to China, where he was from, where they have an abundant uh, culture of martial arts films coming out. and he started making movies, started cranking out movies,
Mm.
and they loved it. You know, Asian culture, they loved
Yeah.
it. Bruce Lee was the man in China, and it got so big to a point of where the producers and the directors in America were seeing, oh man, this guy's good in China. They
Mm.
really like it. It's very popular. We actually want him to do a movie. And then they gave him the role and started to allow him to make movies, and he was able to create his own opportunities despite the circumstance that he was placed in.
Mm. That goes to show it's very similar to I love the story. It's like it reminds me a lot about Think and Grow Rich. Again, that like the 3 feet from gold type story. If he would have quit because they were like, yeah,
Yeah, he could have just stopped right there. He's like,
yeah,
oh, you know what? I can't do it. They say I can't do it.
yep,
I'm Asian. They don't like Asians.
yep, no, no, I'll never be it. But he didn't, and then he took it to his own. And now I feel like, especially in this world that we live in right now, you have the ability to go and set your own goal. That being the freedom that you have. You can set your own goals. No matter what other people say, you can work towards that goal. And then over a long enough timeline, depending on the actions you put in and what you don't do, the inputs and outputs, you may get to that goal. And no one can take that away from you. And that's the craziest thing. It's just you have that freedom to set goals to move you from where you are right now to where you'd like to go, no matter what anyone else says. So you got your winter arcs here. This is your time. You went all through this year. Whatever your narrative is, this is your opportunity to change it going into this next year, starting off strong with this kick to that year, learning what you need to learn to build yourself a plan, having a solid goal, knowing what it looks like, and just start working and chiseling away at that goal. And then no one else external can take that away from you, only internal. And it all becomes a narrative of self. Do I believe that I can continue to achieve this goal? And if I then start to doubt it, was it because I let these external voices in my head, these people that said you can't, and then if they said I can't, and I'm starting to now justify their reasons, versus I have the burning desire and I can as long as I X.
Exactly. The mindset shift. You can close your eyes, you can count to 5, and you can wake up your eyes. You can wake up, you can open your eyes, and you can be a completely different person because of the mindset shift.
Mm,
You can go from lazy and depressed to fired up and motivated and taking action.
yeah, immediately. No one has to know what's going on in your head. You have the freedom to think. And so, I mean, with that, for winter art, as far as the workouts, are you doing anything specific? You going outside doing some sled workouts in the snow?
Uh, Not currently.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Not,
So don't worry.
not currently. Yeah, I got this thing where it's like if I start running in summer, I was trying to get it going this year. If I run in summer, get acclimated to running in summer, and then fall comes and I keep running through fall, and then winter comes and I keep running through winter,
Mm,
and I'll run throughout the entire winter, and then it'll be summer again, and then I'll probably take a break or something, and then I'll miss the next winter season, or
uh,
try to keep it going as long as possible. Um, but I'm not. I haven't really been running outside, so I don't really want to run outside now. I don't want to start running outside in winter. I might do one. I might do one winter run or something, but I don't know. Running hasn't been. I haven't been feeling running a lot lately.
yeah, it's
So
cycling for
honestly,
me.
yeah, for me, it's indoor workouts. It's at home workouts. It's workouts at the gym. It's workouts within group fitness classes. The hot room at Crunch is great. It's really warm.
Oh
It's
yeah.
wet. It's
Oh,
cold outside. Uh, get your body a chance to heat up and get that heat that it needs. Um, but weather exposure in either direction is really good for the human body. Whether you're getting really cold, that's where I kind of get into my running and doing things outside is like cold exposure. Introducing your body to the cold makes you more resilient. You know, activates those healing properties. You get lots of fresh oxygen into the lungs, and it can be very rejuvenative.
Mm,
And it's a good way to train the body, good way to train the mind. It makes you more resilient. Similar to like taking a cold shower. That's another thing that people are into: cold showers, cold plunges, and then you can flip it, and then you can do hot stuff like a sauna or hot room workout, exposing yourself to heat. So you kind of want to, as a human, you want to still activate and get into those modes of temperature like our ancestors would if we were hunting outside for a woolly mammoth or something. You'd have to be outside, cold, running, hunting down this animal, and it might shift come summer and you're outside doing the same thing. So it's still good to get exposure to the heat and the cold. So
mm. I have a question
okay.
for you that I think our audience will like. Um, so to give you context for that question, first it goes, I recall a time when I started running it wasn't fully winter yet because we didn't have a lot of snow on the ground, but it was getting there. It was getting cold, right? And I went outside, I went on a run, and I recorded the video, and I get back, my hands are like super red and everything, and I'm all like, not frostbitten, but like it's like, dang, it's like crazy. So, what would you recommend someone do if they went on a run? We're not prepared the way I didn't have gloves. I had thinner layers on than I should have. And then I, did my whole run. Yeah, I get back in the house, and now I'm like, I'm facing the warmth of the house, but my body is super cold, and like my joints are like, right? Because you don't want to probably hop under hot water or something, right? So what would like the process for someone who just did that be to get back to a nice neutral state?
Well, I would suggest you prevent that
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I wouldn't
in
recommend it.
in advance by wearing sufficient clothing. Hat, gloves, mandatory.
Hmm.
You could do leggings, you could do thermal base with some joggers on, a hoodie, some type of base layer, something to keep you warm. Because you're not really gonna get too hot unless you got too much on. Then you can start stripping down, dropping layers, wrap your hoodie around your waist, keep going. Um, so yeah, that's what I would say. But let's say you're a psychopath. I've done it before. I did have gloves on where I run outside in the winter. I ran out there shirtless.
I remember seeing the
I did
video.
that one time.
Yeah.
It felt really good.
Oh, really?
Uh it only got bad once my feet, because snow's kind of slushy and my feet started getting wet as I was running through it. And then that's when I started getting cold.
Yeah.
So I
Like
mean, to prevent that from happening, what I could have done was wrapped my feet like in shopping bags and put them in the shoes, and then my socks won't actually get wet. The shoes will still get wet, but that's something I've done before when I'm really in running mode in winter, want to go outside, get a run, put my feet inside of, plastic bags and then go and run.
mm,
Shoes get wet, but you still get the run and your feet don't get cold. So that's an option. Um, but yeah, I'd say gloves. Most definitely you want to wear um the shirtless thing. That was kind of like I wanted to get the cold exposure.
yeah, yeah.
So but for that person who's just come in and you're freezing, frostbitten, I would say, stand somewhere where it's warm. You can rub your hands together, heat up. You'd want to hydrate eventually, probably some warm, lukewarm water, uh, and just kind of chill out. Eventually, it'll come back to homeostasis,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
but you don't want to get You don't want to put yourself in a situation where you're getting frostbitten because that does hurt.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, definitely. It was like I think around that time frame, I saw the video of you doing your shirtless run, and I was like, oh yeah, this wouldn't be too bad. I got this one layer, like it was a thinner shirt, didn't have gloves on, went on like a run because it wasn't like this. It was warmer than this, but it was still cold, and it was like, yeah, nah, it was not the move.
Yeah, when it comes to like staying warm or overheating, if you can keep like, let's say if it's really cold outside, you want to make sure that your hands are warm and your feet are warm
Mm,
because those are like the most, that's where your body's kind of like regulating its temperature from the most. Once your hands get cold or your feet get cold, it's like the rest of your body's cold. But if you can keep your hands warm and your feet warm,
mm-hmm,
you won't feel as cold.
mm.
Same goes for like if you're really hot and you're overheating, you'd want to cool your feet and you want to cool your hands.
Ah, yeah. Also, just is this true or not? I've recognized wearing like a hat, keeping my head
Your
warmer.
head, yeah.
Yeah, is also another place that it kind of regulates quite a bit.
Yeah, the head as well.
Yeah, yeah. But those, yeah, immediately when you're outside, you touch some snow, now your hands are cold. Now it's like
Now you're
everything
cold.
is done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it takes a while for the hands and the feet to warm up.
Yeah, yeah. Like, oh, once they're done, it's done.
So mandatory hat, gloves, shoes that are gonna keep you warm, boots, socks.
Mm.
Uh yeah.
That's good, and that'll definitely help you over time, preventing injury, um, and also just good things to know for, in general, both of those extremes, the extreme heat and extreme cold.
Right. That's another thing that they were doing. They've got this thing. It's like a bar that stays really cold.
Mm.
I think you fill it with water and stays cold somehow. You can take it with the to the gym with you, and as you're doing your sets and exercises, the body starts to overheat. But if you grab that cold bar and you hold on to it, it increases your recovery. You recover faster from your exercising, and your body self-regulates, and you're able to recover quickly because your hands are cold. You're cooling down the body. So just an extra tip, you can get some type of mechanism like that. Use a cold water bottle in between your sets.
That's smart.
You
Didn't think
know,
about that, to
if
be
you're
honest.
overheating, cool down the hands,
Nice.
cool down the feet.
So bring in those ice cold water bottles into the hot Pilates room.
That could, you know,
Yep, yep. I haven't seen anyone do it, but Uh, it's usually like by the time you're in there, it's already just gonna be warm, and I don't know. I wonder how if someone bought a cold water bottle in there, how long it would stay cold
right. It'd probably create a lot of water on the
in the
ground.
ground. Yeah, condensation. That'd be
Probably
not
messy.
good. Yeah, yeah. Thinking about it, not the best.
Right.
Um, any bonus information we want to share with them before we wrap up?
Um, you know, in winter, I find that, or I guess in general, but especially during the winter when it's cold and I don't feel like getting out of bed, I like to heat the body up immediately. So a warm beverage, hot tea, hot coffee. Hot tea would be better. Hot water. You want to wait maybe an hour or so before you just start drinking hot coffee. Uh, Room temperature water. And then I'll go sit in front of my heater.
Uh,
Sit there for a minute, warm up. Now I'm ready to move around. Now I'm ready to do what I have to do. Um, so waking up, warm up. It's
that,
gonna help you produce that energy. There's a
mm,
lot of times what people are doing is when they're going, first thing and getting their coffee is not necessarily for the caffeine, but it's actually from the heat that the caffeine's creating, that warm beverage heating their body up. And that's what's kind of waking them up and getting them going.
Interesting. What's interesting, I had also discovered that a while back when I was working, I think it was maybe Best Buy, even one of my first jobs. And I'd go in the morning, I was like, I don't really need coffee, but I want something warm. And it was like winter. So I'd go like maybe Starbucks or Big B, and I would just get a hot chocolate,
Yeah,
light syrup.
right.
And then just like, oh, it's nice and warm, warms you up. And then I'm already awake, ready to go. Didn't need
Intuitively.
coffee,
Right.
just needed something warm.
Just need something warm. Room temperature water, hot tea is great. Then maybe wait a little while for that coffee. You
Mhm.
can heat up like that. Sit in front of your heater, sit somewhere warm, turn the heat on. That's another thing I'll do too to kind of instinctually wake the body up is I have my heat system set up so that it automatically turns on around the time I need to wake up, a
Mm,
few minutes before the time I need to wake up.
smart.
Because as you sleep, your body's core temperature drops. And in order to wake up, you need that temperature to rise. So when if I was to, wake up and that heat's already kicking in, I'm feeling warm, it's better, easier for me to move around and get things going. Whereas, like, all right, I'm in bed, it's cold, and it's just cold, and the only thing warm is this blanket, so I just want to stay here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, that's a hack for you as well. Turn your heat on as soon as you wake up, or get it set up to
Mhm.
kick on before you wake up, and then you wake up and it's already warm, and then you start doing what you need to do.
On that same like I love that because recently, especially as it's gotten way colder just out of nowhere, one of the things that I did, I realized I'm like, man, it's cold in the morning. I still got to get up. I got to do what I got to do. I'm like, man, I recognize also because I sleep normally with nothing on, so I'm in bed just enjoying myself, and get up in the morning. It's cold. If I have something nice to put on, like just a robe or whatever, nice and warm, I can get up and I'm ready to go and just like do things because I know I'm gonna go from this. I'm comfortable, not to freezing, but from comfortable to comfort.
Yeah.
So if I know I'm going from comfort to comfort, it's a little better. And now I'm like, all right, I can do this.
Throw on a hoodie or some sweatpants or something.
Yup, yup.
That's something I'll do too. I'll sleep in like a hoodie because I like it cold when I sleep. But then once I get up, if I got the hoodie on, I can still stay warm and keep doing what I need to do. So
Yep. So you don't feel like you're leaving bed. That's
yeah,
the thing, yeah.
yeah,
So then you can make your way to your
still kind of
warm drink.
cozy,
Yeah.
you know.
So I think that's solid for getting out of bed and um, starting your day. And also, we mentioned like the types of workouts that someone would do. Anything else we want to mention for this? Oh, I have one. This is the time of holidays, amazing desserts, delicious dinners, and just family gatherings. What would you say? Like, I mean, personally, I'm like, hey, extending our timelines out, right? If I know I'm gonna eat extra on one day, whether it be like Christmas and then we got New Year's, we just had Thanksgiving, so I have these holiday days that I know I'm gonna eat very like a decent amount on. I'm not gonna stuff myself like crazy, but I'm gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? And then also we got the days after where you have the leftovers. So knowing that that's the thing, I'm gonna probably work out extra around those days so I earn it, if
Mhm.
that makes sense. But what do you think? What should people do to be able to enjoy those pies without feeling that guilt?
Yeah. So the key is to not overindulge. Uh, I'm already pretty regimented about my nutrition routine. I keep it pretty streamlined, meal plan that I eat, similar foods, high protein, uh,
Not
but
too high, so
not
the
too high.
testo.
Yeah, you don't want it too high. That's gonna mess with your testosterone. That was that study that I shared on
Yep.
Instagram, and that's what I was talking about too. Like on one of these past episodes, eating too much protein powder, too much grams of protein per day, is going to decrease your testosterone, guys. So be
Okay.
mindful of that. I like around 130 grams. That's enough for me personally. About 25% of my calories coming from protein. Um, but yeah, this year I didn't really do too good when it came to the food. I kind of just enjoyed it and a lot of it got kind of fat. But it
Okay.
wasn't really even fat that I realized because I enjoyed it. There was a lot of pie. I don't know why I had a taste for pie. I was like, oh, I want to eat pies. I
I'm
think
not
we had
gonna
ate
lie.
some donuts like that day before too.
Yeah, yeah, yep, we
And
did.
yeah, I was just enjoying a lot of sweets. The macros are trash, lots of carbs, low protein. Um, but even then, it was still like maybe a reasonable amount of calories, maybe 3,000 calories, 2,700 calories. Uh, but man, yeah, a lot of pie. But I got back in the gym and now I'm like back shredded. It's great.
Oh
Just
yeah.
that fat. There's like a lot of bloating, a lot of water weight. I was kind of like, oh, I'm fat now. It's horrible. But I kicked it in, start walking more, uh, high protein, lots of water, flush out all the extra water weight that I'm holding. Now I'm back shredded. Couple hot classes. You're back in the game. Just
Absolutely.
yesterday, I got fit. Using all
Yeah.
those, I went from fat to fit yesterday. Yeah, I burned it all off. I didn't have enough time to eat and replenish it at all. Just fasted and burnt through all the excess glycogen that was stored in my muscles, man. It was crazy.
That's
Five
hilarious.
classes in.
Yo, that's
Yeah.
crazy. F5 is insane.
Belly, what was it? The band camp, booty band camp, training the legs. Prime mover is gonna burn a lot of energy.
Oh yeah.
Then from there, the abs solution. Then from there, what I do, I think, oh, I did boxing before that as well. Taught the boxing class. A little bit of activity there, throwing those combinations.
Hmm.
Um, Went home, came back, hot Pilates, burned it all off,
Oh
and
yeah.
then barbell weight training, just
Dang.
instructing it, you know, and kind
Yeah.
of taking it lighter. I wasn't really doing all the movements in hot Pilates, and it was still like I'm sweating a lot.
Dang. Yeah.
And now we're back fit, just like that. So maybe not the
That's
best
fit.
approach, but
Yeah.
we made it happen. For Christmas, I'm planning to manage it a little bit more. I want to stay and maintain the shreddedness, not overdo it with the pies and sweets and stuff like that. Pies and sweets they're good, but being shredded and feeling better and not feeling fat is better.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
not feeling lazy and kind of like, oh, just bloated. I don't like that feeling at all. I'm ready to get back into my nutrition regimen and keep it sound and succinct for mental clarity, performance purposes.
Absolutely, and I agree with that. It was for me the 2 days ago was like my getting from the fat to fit.
Yeah.
Like,
Did it
yeah,
happen? See?
yeah. Starting off with the hot Pilates right away. I was like,
Yeah.
oh shoot, this is
Right.
a lot.
Yeah. Hot Pilates flushes it out, man. Get in there and
Yeah,
do some hot classes.
you be
Yeah. Three
feeling good.
times.
But so yeah, I'll say even just for myself too, because how I normally go about it, I think I have enough decent regulation for myself throughout the year that on like these days, these couple weeks even, I can enjoy the meals more. I enjoyed the donuts. I enjoyed some pies also. I probably ate the equivalent of a whole pie myself over the time frames, like slices here and there. But I'd say also a big thing to keep in note is like you said, calories maybe maxed around 3,000, but also I wasn't like snacking or eating throughout the day. It was like I just have one meal, and that one meal was that big meal. And then so that then my body has all the time to like burn it off throughout the day, and then I'll go do whatever I got to do. So I'd say the biggest difference if someone wants to like be able to fully indulge is just maybe put your eating window to a window of time. Maybe it's just dinner that you eat. You're not starting your morning with a coffee and a slice of pie, right? Like you, or the leftovers from the previous night. We just start your day, and then when it's dinner time, that's when you can feast away. Yeah, a little bit.
That's a strategy too. And that's something I kind of intuitively do is like I'll eat when I'm hungry and I'll eat a lot or a decent amount and then I won't eat for like a long time.
Yeah.
And then in between that time there's like fitness happening, maybe I'm teaching group fitness classes, staying active, and then I'll eat more but like a long period of time, maybe 6 hours, 8 hours
Hmm.
in between that time period, giving the body time to digest all that food, burn it all off before I start eating more food. If I'm just snacking all throughout the day, you're never really getting a chance to burn that energy off. You're always burning it throughout the day. So
Yeah.
that's another strategy. Fasting. And that's something I would do if I was more locked in. That's what I would suggest people to do. You know, maybe the day before Thanksgiving. I had it in my mind to do a 36-hour fast. Didn't happen,
Oh, that would have been nice.
but it would have been dope. But got hungry. Those donuts we ate that day.
Yeah, we did.
Maybe a little lighter that day. To enjoy the food for the next day. That's another thing too. You can, say, hey, maybe I'm gonna fast for a while before Thanksgiving or the day before Thanksgiving or Christmas, before that event where that food's gonna be at. I'm gonna fast and create some space so that I'm in that calorie deficit so that when I come to eat that food, maybe I can still stay in a calorie deficit or just coming back to maintenance if I overdo it. Um,
Mm.
so yeah, that's a strategy. And then, you know, when you get to the function, seek out the most important filling foods first, like the turkey, filling up
Yes.
on the protein, filling up on the ham, filling up on the greens, the vegetables, the leafy greens and vegetables and things like that.
Yes.
And then from there, once you've eaten a plate of that, then you can go and say, hey, you know what? Now I want my carbs. Now I want the stuffing and some potatoes with gravy and pie. And then by that point, you're probably pretty full. You might just take a couple bites of the pie, be like, oh, I had a taste of it. It's good. I'm full. I don't really need any more. And then you're still maintaining that nutritional quality
Mm.
as opposed to what I did, which was just like, I think I ate a little bit of turkey, ate a little bit of greens, had a plate, and then I ate like pie. Like 2 or 3 slices of this very calorie dense pie, probably like 500 calories a slice, like maybe 3 of those. I was like,
Oh,
yeah, it's kind of a lot. It's kind of,
it was
and
probably
then
some
do that the
delicious
next day.
pie though.
Yeah, that pecan pie is
Oh, yo.
dangerous. I was looking at the greens, it's corn syrup. I was like, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what is making this pie
Oh.
so calorie dense? So tasty. But uh yeah, so I'd say the latter approach. And then to make it about enjoying the family, you know, getting out there talking to your family who you don't see a lot, your friends or whoever you're inviting over, whoever you're going over, enjoying the people, enjoying the vibes, and not making it so much about the food. Make it about the people, make it about the experience.
Mm, I love that. Absolutely. Is again, it's like being thankful, for this experience to get together, whether it be Thanksgiving, Christmas, whichever holidays in that time frame you may um, celebrate, or New Year's. We have this gathering. It's not just about the food, it's about the experience of us together. Even if you don't have someone that you're getting together with, just the presence, the ability to have this moment, this meal by yourself, even be grateful and thankful and enjoy.
Absolutely. Yep. Tapping into gratitude, man. It's important.
Hmm.
Taking time to be grateful, not so uh feeling what's that word where people are like I'm expecting this thing.
Ooh, not ungrateful. Not are you thinking like selfish, not selfish, ungrateful, just expectant?
Yeah, they you know, it's like, oh, I should just have these things should just be this way. Take a little time to be grateful
Oh,
for what you have.
entitled.
Entitled, that's the word.
Yeah,
Yeah, to drop a little bit of the entitlement, reflect, be grateful for what you have. You come back to gratitude, you can be happy. Um, so yeah,
I like that. I like that quite a bit. It's about, like you said, being grateful, coming, not being entitled. I'd say even another word, checking our ego at this point. This is the end of the year. We're kicking off the ability to start this next year strong. Let's check ourselves. This person that we've become up to this point throughout this year. If we were to ask, the people we've encountered, have we been, a good person in general to them? Or like in this year that's gone by, what is good? What is bad? What should stay in the past? And what should come in this next year? What should I try to manifest into my life? What habits and traits should I try to bring out of myself going into this next year?
exactly.
So,
What habits need to die? What habits need to grow?
yep. I think last week we had asked to like pick something to bring awareness to. Did you happen to find anything this week to be thankful for, or just recognize it's out of your ordinary?
Um, not so much. I have been doing this thing where I kind of talk to people with intention, and I'll intentionally try to, when I look at them in their eyes, look and see exactly what color their eyes are.
Hmm.
You know, as I talk to different people throughout the gym or whatever environment it is, looking at them, looking directly in their eyes, and acknowledging what uh, color their eyes are, and actually paying attention to it.
Ah, yeah.
It's kind of
That's nice.
interesting.
Yeah. And it's connecting. I've realized a lot of people, they don't want to make eye contact.
Yeah,
And so having that, even as just a conscious thing that you can do to recognize their eye color, now you're being the person who makes eye contact. And also now it's like, oh, wow, I'm being seen
right.
for that.
You're showing interest,
Yeah.
showing interest in that person, in their difference, in their uniqueness.
Hmm. So any
People
final?
people
Oh,
pay attention to that. People reciprocate to that.
absolutely. I agree. Any final words you want to add to us before we wrap it up?
Nope. I think that's about it, guys. Awesome episode there. Locking in. The winter arc has begun. Uh, tap into your vision, tap into your legacy, tap into that blueprint, create that blueprint that you want your life to be, and work on it day by day. Make
Mm,
it the best 2026 that it can be.
absolutely. Everyone wants to say, new year, new me, but from this point, new you right away, from the decision to be. So make yourself a priority, new you right now. Let's go.
Exactly. We can always decide what we want to be, who we want to be at any given moment. So yeah, guys, good words there. It's your boy Professor Illwill, CEO of New Wave Coaching. Go out there and be the wave of change that you want to be in the world. And then we got my man Tyler's Wellness.
Making yourself a priority and helping you turn your talents and skills into income and build yourself up some wealth from the BYOB. See you guys in the next one.
Yeah.
Ashay.